Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of The Gas Station. We're down here at Berry BMW again, so thank you very much Tony and Mr. Berry for bringing us down.
Our pleasure. Not that we had much say in it, but yeah, welcome to episode 2 of The Gas Station.
Woo!
Welcome everyone. So episode 2 of The Gas Station, down here at Berry BMW. Thank you everyone for attending again, coming down and see what we're up to. It's been a little while since we've been together. We did say these were going to be monthly shows. There's a little story behind why it's not a monthly show. But you know, eventually we will get the hang of this and it will become a monthly event. So it'll be coming a little bit more frequent with a lot more different choices. And also we're going to go on location. So we've got a few plans and a few places we're going to be visiting, and we'll be asking you guys to come down and see us down there as well.
Maldives.
So yeah, don't think so. More like Brands Hatch. Yeah, a bit of Kent. So yeah, so it's all looking good really. But so what have you guys been up to since we were last together? I suppose we better share with everyone what we've been up to in the last couple of months. Yep. Joe, you've been pretty busy. You've been off the radar, so to speak.
Yeah, I've been non-stop actually since the last. Obviously, I've been to Australia. And that was great. That was a month out there and it seemed like a couple of days at distant memory now. I've been doing other things that I can't talk about as well, which is quite exciting, which I've kind of just talked about, but that should be all right.
Tell you later.
Yeah. So yeah, I've managed to fit that in. I've been very busy with work as well. So work's been extremely busy, which is good because that's obviously a thing that pays my bills, whereas YouTube doesn't. But I think that's a whole subject we need to talk about a bit later because people get the wrong idea about YouTube and revenue. But yeah, I've been very busy. Just had a brilliant trip to Germany with Tim, Schmee 150, with all his cars, which is great. And then recently I've just been in France with a fantastic M4 CS, which was awesome. I don't know who followed me on Instagram, but I certainly had an amazing time. I did 2,000 miles in 5 days in that car, which is probably more miles than most people have done in their CS full stop. So it was great, and a lot of them were hard miles as well. So I actually put a little minute montage together of that trip. The full video will be available next week, probably next month.
3 months.
Next week means 3 months time-ish.
Now do the YouTube thing soon.
Soon, yes. Coming soon.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So yeah, so let's check that out. There you go. Thank you very much.
You look like you were having fun.
I was having lots of fun.
A lot more fun than I've had in my CS.
Yes.
It's been very cold and very wet since I got it. It's on Cup 2s, which we all know are completely useless in the cold and the wet.
Yep.
So basically it's felt just like a compact M4, essentially.
A bit nervous.
But you've had a good go at that, so how is that in full attack mode?
Yeah, I think, so I talk about that a lot in the video, and I think it's true with most M cars these days. I think you jump in them and they feel nervous. Maybe not so much the M2 and the bigger M5s and M6s, but definitely 3s and 4s. They feel nervous unless you're really pushing them or you got heat in the tyres. So yeah, I found it great, but it wasn't until I got down there and I got some heat in the tyres that the car started coming alive, and that was on Super Sports.
There was a Super Sports that went Cup 2.
No, and I wish it was on Cup 2s in that scenario. But saying that, we went down to torrential rain on the way down there with my folks, and so I wasn't missing the Cup 2s at that point. But it was awesome. It came alive, and is it worth 90 grand? I don't know. It's definitely worth. There was a lot of you know, a lot of an amazing sort of feel-good factor about that car that I miss already. I was gutted to see it go, but now I can actually put some miles on that. That's done 600 miles in 7 weeks or something. Poor car. But yeah, I can't wait to spank that around Scotland in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, so that's me. Who should we move on to? Who's next, Tony?
I think we should have a look at what Sid's been up to. Sid, what you been up to?
Nothing much.
Let
Really.
me guess. Some skiddy stuff?
Yeah, some skiddy stuff.
Some skid marks?
Yeah.
There was a time when you told me that you were like, oh, I'm done with the skiddy stuff, I'm going to go more sensible.
Yeah,
review.
literally.
You did one sensible review. I did screw this.
I did one sensible review.
How many views did it get?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
No, not a lot.
No, your S-Class review did well. That was
Yeah, you did
sensible.
do well. That was the first sensible review I've ever done.
very good
And it
review.
was the most popular one out of the lot, and it was a 350 diesel.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but so a lot of other boring
Yeah,
people
just
did. Yeah, so
People that matter watched it.
people
I
that
watched
matter
it.
watched it. Yeah,
I
but-
think you should stick at what you're good at.
yeah, stuff I'm good at.
And clearly your audience is telling you that.
Exactly. So
There's
there's
not audio because it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. But there's a new format, rather than doing vlogs or kind of munched up stuff where audio's missing, or you know, we slide into a camera and that breaks, or something spectacular goes wrong. Decided to retire doing videos and left it with someone else, and rather make films rather than videos themselves. So there'll be a video every couple of weeks, but I hope people will enjoy the one video rather than just a load of shit videos.
Cool. We've got a sample of that now, haven't we?
Yeah, new sample.
Should we have a quick look?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where this comes in, the F10 BMW M5. Oh man, this is brilliant. So much talk, that's fourth gear. 110 miles an hour!
Yeah, so that goes up this Sunday. So try and do one a week if I can. But yeah, so it's,
But that wasn't on a public road or around the council estate or next to school zones. I don't understand what's going
what are
on.
you talking about, Johnny? It's never been done on public roads at all. Yeah, no, we took it to Bruntingthorpe Proving Ground. Not really a ski place, but
Wow.
originally the video was meant to be about a E60 V10 M5, but unfortunately I hit a pothole and bent the wheel. So
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. Luckily we had an F10 there.
Is he smugly laughing?
Yeah, I told him not to buy it. I said to him, I actually said the engine will blow up and it will cost you £22,000 to fix it.
So
or,
fine.
or the
So
gearbox
wheels,
will
not
be
it.
something, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a huge love for V10 M5s.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
apart from him.
Oh, I love it.
I
I
don't
just
like
don't
it
like the gearbox it's attached to.
Yeah, that's
That's terrible. It'll give you whiplash.
Now the gearbox is actually pretty good once you get it up to speed. You can go into the mode 6 setting, which there's only 5, but there's 6 if you turn traction off. And literally you get the 65 millisecond shifts, but
What's that,
other than
cruiser?
that, yeah, other than that it's dog shit. It's genuinely dog shit.
Was that in the brochure? Was that how they described it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was, yeah, it failed. It was a failed day, but luckily the F10 was really good. And you can pick them up now for like 35
I know, yeah,
Which
they're amazing
questions,
value.
why would you buy them on 40?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's not got that motor conditioning.
Like, a
You
lot,
can
a
buy
lot-
an F10.
We can do, yes. We
it's
have
a lot cheaper to run. A lot cheaper to run. That's insurance, tyres, servicing, fuel,
front discs.
and also, yeah.
Free gifts.
As good as they are, they're a lot heavier.
It's an M5,
Yeah. One day, mate. One day. Couple of years when I'm really old.
I reckon I could learn a lot from you.
As in,
Well, not only, like you say,
You're pretty good at skidding, aren't
yeah, I can reverse entry anything into a ditch, man. Anything you want. Like you say, it gives you whiplash.
Yeah.
And you've got the new 328 short wheelbase.
I became an artist and an inventor and decided to compact my E36.
What do they call them? TIs?
Yeah.
They never did. Yours is a one-off.
SHIT on it.
Yes.
All right, Jake, later.
It's not question time, Jake, it's my time. My time to shine.
Someone please hold him. Thanks, Jake.
So I reckon we should do a video of how to actually throw a car around a corner and not go into a ditch.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
I think so.
Well, we were going to get, we're going to get some explanations about, understeer and oversteer using this lovely mini model here.
I can give them to you, mate.
Everyone.
If you hit black ice, it ends up in a ditch. Only oversteer with that one. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said. I think there should be some kind of, people should be able, I know there's like advanced driving and training and stuff, but I think there needs to be more of it for even people that, who was I talking to in the car earlier on, John? Even people that go out and buy, not even people, I think like M3s and M4s, they could be deadly in the wrong hands. And I think there's a certain amount of respect you need to give those cars on whatever tyres they come with. That's
I didn't end up like that. It wasn't me.
No, I know that's not yours. No.
is that wasn't that the one on Top Gear? Harris's Alpine,
Yeah.
something or other.
Yeah.
Alpine.
Alpine A110.
Yeah. I mean, great concept, but who's going to buy one of those?
No one here, surely.
I can't handle rear-wheel drive.
You don't know anyone that's bought one. Not even you haven't bought one.
I haven't bought
Someone who doesn't want a Cayman?
You bought one of them, Tony.
I put £2,000 down on one of those, and on the Monday after the show, I decided to get a refund.
Oh, did you get the refund? Oh, you chicken shit.
Yeah, listen, if Chris Harris can do that to a car, could you imagine what I can do to it?
I wonder how many deposits you cancelled.
A lot.
God. Yeah, that could damage him. Tony, you've just ruined a rebirth of a
Yeah, but
brand.
you can't be put off by something like that.
Exactly. I mean, it's not that bad. It'll polish out.
Look, Audi R8 first gen V10s when it tested it. Yeah, 458.
Mercedes A-Class.
Yeah.
They rolled over, didn't they? Yeah.
Aventadors.
GT3.
Bentley Continentals.
No, I'm going to stick to my BMWs. I'm going to keep my M2. If anyone says. Oh, we've been a bit busy at the weekend. I took advantage of a few gifts from some people that said, "Do you want to come down and watch the touring cars on Sunday?"
You got a couple of passes there.
Yeah,
Are they
I've got
just
a
is
couple of
that
access all
are they
areas.
all general admission or
They are all for the same day.
all for
I just wanted to
the
make sure I
Thursday?
wanted to see everything. So, yeah, I ended up spending most of the day with my mates down at Ford,
Nice.
so at Motorbase.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that looks good. I think we should. I'd love to go and join you on one of them one day. I think we should all. All maybe.
Well, interestingly enough, Motorbase have suggested that we could film down at their factory,
That'd be
down at
nice.
the workshop. So
wow.
we will be bringing a gas station down there. Thank you, Mr. Dave Bartram. If he didn't know he's invited us, he just has done. So
Yeah.
that's how it tends to roll.
It'll be public knowledge in about 8 months.
Oh, we've actually been there by the time he knows that you're coming.
Yeah. Cool. So
Let's talk about Motech.
let's talk about. Why should we talk about Motech?
Well, because it involves both me and Mike.
And there's a car there as well.
Yeah.
That's like a Motech car, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's like a Motech edition +1, because that's got brakes and stuff.
It's a 69 edition.
Wait.
Oh no,
yes,
that's
a
not
little
69,
sticker.
is it? What am I doing?
You need to listen.
That is your reason that you are still single.
I done that just for his face expression, obviously.
Is that the expression he was putting at the time?
Yeah. He actually found that funny. It's hard to make him laugh. Usually he just laughs at my stupidity. Always.
Right, so what have you guys been up
We've
to?
been building cars for you.
Yes.
We've been fitting more FLs for you.
Yeah.
And we've been building you a car.
You have indeed.
Nothing yet, Raz. No, nothing. Just drinking your coffee.
That's good. We're not here to plug anything, obviously, but you have got a grey car just like that one
Yeah.
being built at the moment. I
We
think,
have.
yeah?
It was dropped off this morning, and we're that busy, we're actually building a car right now. Nick is doing a 440i.
Literally through
at,
there.
At the minute, yeah.
Which is a really nice, without any spoilers, that is the nicest 4 series I've seen, colour-wise.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Grigio Telesto Lamborghini colour.
Yeah.
That we'll be showing that at the next show, I should think. So we'll bring that up, and then eventually we will be selling that. It's not actually a sold car, so once it's all done, we'll put that out to the world. And if someone wants to buy it, they can. And equally, if someone wants to be a Joe Achilles, wannabe.
It's identical car, spec
It is.
interior.
I know. I did it on purpose. Just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just to wind me up.
Just to wind him up. I want to make sure I sell it to someone who lives very near him as well. Every day, can you imagine?
Yeah.
No, so yeah, we've got plenty of stuff on the go. Haven't we? M140s are the problem at the moment with getting cars to you is there's actually a shortage of stock in general. But it's nice that you've got one up there that's being built. So what else have you guys been up to?
A lot with other YouTubers.
We have, yeah. We've done a lot actually. So do you want to just play a video?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Nothing will ever change. I'm out my mind. I'm out my mind. Yeah. I do this every time. I don't know how to say goodbye. Yeah.
Always busy.
Yeah, that looks amazing. You got endless cars going in and out. I mean, your Instagram, I can't keep up with it. I usually think I'm like in the same picture all the time because there's just so many similar cars. But you also, I know you've done some stuff with TGE recently with Volkswagen, and because you do everything. It just so happens that we talk.
We do a lot of BMWs. We did Paul Wallace's Supercars in London. We did his C63.
Yep.
We did Sid's Golf GTI Club Sport again because he sold it and then brought it back. And sold it.
Can you still work?
And then he came up and forgot to record any audio. So
of course, yeah.
Then we did Golf GTI for TGE. TGE's Porsche is still with us. We just done a remix on that one, so that's still at work. So that's really good for us. It's big. And of course we built your car, and then we're actually getting you back in.
Yes.
For more.
You are.
No.
Yeah. You can't get enough of me, can you?
No, not that. In fact, we even opened up on a Sunday, especially for you.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some more to come on your car. So that's
Talking of Sundays, are you going to be doing any more coffee mornings?
No.
Why not? What happened?
So because we were busy and I'm
busy. Like
moving
mate.
in busy. Like,
Oh, but how much? Like when you say busy, I've never seen so many people. Like your meet, your first basic Mike. For those of you who don't know, he had when was it? Around Christmas, December?
Just after January.
January. Coffee meet?
No.
No, it was November.
Really?
November, yeah. Thank you, whoever that was.
I had a moustache.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Oh yeah. It was so busy. Like there was like hundreds of cars there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, they just kept pouring in, and you looked so nervous. You looked like you were about to get robbed.
Oh, well, I thought I was. We're moving into a new unit and we're just trying to get it ready and we thought we'd have a coffee morning. And I forgot to tell the neighbours. Genuine hand on heart, we upset one of the people and he told the landlord.
But it was a Sunday.
Exactly.
Everywhere was shut, and it was because we were parking in a spot where he couldn't then pull his big Jaguar in.
It wasn't like Sid was going out in his GT4 doing hot laps.
Not at all. No. And it wasn't.
Roundabouts
It wasn't the fact that the police were called and said we're looking for a yellow car.
But you managed to hide behind the van. It's like it was the one car that was in
Pizza Hut, left it for a couple of hours and came out. We're getting out of Northampton.
No more coffee mornings. No more coffee mornings. Sorry, everybody. But,
well, we should definitely do something. You should arrange it somewhere else, off-site or something.
well, we did think about doing an evening with. So instead of doing a Sunday morning, we'd do like an evening with. We were going to think about doing it maybe with IBAC or getting like a specialist involved that can go through more in depth than what we can do.
Yeah.
So maybe like AC Snitzer or an evening with, like I say, Remus exhaust. So to actually have a bit of a one-to-one, have a conversation with some specialists rather than listen to me waffle on.
Sounds good. Sounds much better.
Definitely.
Cool.
That's what we've been doing.
Talking of waffling on, shall we move on?
Mr. Rat, so aside from not having a haircut recently.
I did actually.
What?
This is the annoying thing. I had one 2 weeks ago, but it was done right, so you can't tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the trick.
I can't talk about haircuts, obviously.
No.
But what have you been up to? I mean, I know you're non-stop anyway, and I couldn't help but notice there's been some yellow things in your life recently.
Yes, sunshine included actually.
Yep.
And then a certain yellow car, but rather than me waffle on about it, and the monster that's roaming free.
Holy crap. Listen to that. You probably can't hear me talk because the engine is so loud. So guys, I am currently in the UAE in Dubai, what I like to call the greatest place in the world. And this is my favorite car in the world. As you know, I've been hunting for one. This is the C63 AMG Black Series coupe, and it is a legendary, legendary vehicle. Listen to this monster. My friends, we are looking at a legend right now. It is a modern day legend. If you ever get a chance to see one, or sit in one, or drive one, please do it. It will stick with you, as it is me, the rest of your life, and you'll be left giggling and laughing like a child, which is brilliant. That will be out hopefully on the weekend. It was an incredible experience because you get used to driving the modern cars and the bi-turbos, and to AMG's credit, the current 4-litre probably feels the same in terms of power delivery, but to hear a car that had a bit of an exhaust tune with a natural engine, it was just addictive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I've been on a mission since then to go and find one for myself. I'm salivating just thinking about it. And that car was special anyway. It was solar beam. It was in Dubai, which was beautiful weather.
Was that factory solar beam? I didn't even know.
It was, yeah. It was one of the very, very, very few ones out there.
Wow.
And it's weird because they actually launched it, on Top Gear and stuff in the solar beam yellow.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it wasn't readily available for customers. But the people who really wanted it, they shelled out for it.
Yeah.
For a significant amount. But it was just amazing. How much? Like 30k.
What, for the colour?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And that's that. Even today, if you see there's a China Blue GTR going around Instagram at the moment. I posted it as well, as did Rock Studio, and that again, 30k. Yosemite Blue Magno, 30k. Anything that's not S-Class or E-Class on a GT product or equivalent will cost you about £30,000.
Wow.
Again, we said this in the last episode, that's why we started the whole Rock Studio thing. It's just becoming stupid.
You can charge 28 for that and...
I wish we could actually.
Full tank of fuel.
Chewy. New marketing plan.
I'll tell you one thing I'm noticing, guys, though, is the quality of the filming of you guys. It's like you're all lifting your game. It's like you're all challenging each other to just
I think we do in a sense.
Quality's just getting
I saw Sid and that was mind-blowing.
The panning on that stuff.
When he sent to the WhatsApp group a tiny preview, I sent it straight to Chewy. I said, Chewy, we got to
get your shit together. Yeah.
Because he's doing amazingly, and that's the biggest compliment that I could give him. But I think we all do it. Like when I saw Joe, you sent us some teasers of the CS video.
Yeah.
Driving really well, and it just pushes you, and you want to do better.
Yeah.
And I think
video.
It was.
I'm not allowed to make videos anymore. I've been banned.
No. Even you, porn, won't take your videos anymore. See, that was alright, wasn't it? That was like border. That wasn't like there was, there's a level, Tony. Don't just.
All I'm doing is bringing something that just ensures we don't end up on BBC One. Because they're never going to put us on air, are they? But
no.
We ain't going to
Put us on the news.
But isn't that what Top Gear was famous for anyway?
Pretty much, yeah.
So anyway, what have you been up to, Patrick? You've been up to a few little shenanigans.
Sideways Patrick.
I see.
Yeah.
Sideways Patrick, becoming Sid.
Yeah, becoming Sid. That could be a new tag. I was doing my own YouTube channel for a bit, and then obviously work with Motech kind of overtook that, so that took a back seat. My own YouTube channel took a back seat. And then I posted about E36s because I was wanted one, and then eventually I did get one. I had it for a week.
You got it polished.
I got it polished really nicely on Thursday, and then on Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. Shut up. That's another one. Saturday at 8:30 in the morning, on my daily commute to work, I hit a patch of black ice and properly hucked it into a ditch.
And have you got a film of it?
No. I've got some pictures.
It's the only reason we invited you
Did you
along
blame
tonight.
Mike for it?
I didn't blame Mike for it, no.
I rang him up at 9:10 going fuming, where are you? You're late for work. He goes, I'm in the back of an ambulance. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're all right.
So that was nuts. This video doesn't explain any of that, but I just thought had 3 weeks off, I had a week off work to get over my concussion and stuff. I had stitches in my head that I needed to get taken out, so I had a 7cm laceration in the back of my head and to my bone. It was nasty, but the fact that I walked out of that car apparently by myself was nuts. So very grateful.
It's good to have you here, Pat.
Thanks, man.
No, but honestly, I mean,
BMWs, guys.
Yeah.
I actually jokingly said to you, "Oh, where's your neck brace?" when you walked in, and you said to me, "I've literally just taken it off." I was like, "Oh, right, okay." I didn't realise it was quite that serious.
But I took the guts to, again, film something and just be like, "This has happened. life moves on, you've got to kind of learn from the experience and move on. A chap called Mark from Paddock Motorsports, who I urge everyone to go and follow this evening. A customer of Motech came to me and was like, I've got an E36 shell, but the engine is blown. If your engine is still fine, we'll convert your engine, which technically if you had a crash on the rig, you'll be fine, still runs, we'll put it into this new shell and I'll build you a new car. So right now as we speak, I'm having an engine conversion into a new E36, a Minerva Violet.
Individual colours, huh?
Wicked.
Yeah, so it's pretty incredible. So that will be coming eventually on the YouTube channel, but as for now, I'm back to the old everything. So
Well
this is
done
what I
for
filmed.
speaking up about it. Though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people crash
Yeah.
cars, and I saw a green GTR crash recently, and
Yeah, press car, wasn't it?
we won't talk about that.
You
but
driven that, didn't you?
Was it that one?
that was one I was driving in our triple test.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But it's good that because everyone makes mistakes, you know, no one's
Yeah.
superhuman. So,
Obviously, I haven't had anywhere near as much experience as any of you have had in cars.
but any of us could have.
It's black to anyone.
I'm,
It happens.
I'm old enough to have videotapes. I've still got a videotape of a crash where I had a friend next to me with a camcorder. When camcorders were this big,
Yeah.
and we went over the crest of a hill, and the road bent round, but there was a field with a tree that had been felled in the gateway, and I didn't realise it. And I've gone over the crest, locked up all the wheels, and slid straight into the tree. And he was still filming at the time.
I had a similar crash to that, but there wasn't a bit in the end.
Yeah, but we don't talk about it publicly.
No.
It happens, like, well done
Yeah.
for standing up.
I had incredible support from everyone.
Huge support you had.
It's mad. I didn't expect it. I posted one picture. It got something like 180 comments and stuff. It's just
Karma,
nuts.
that's why you're getting a lovely new car.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good karma. It was good karma.
Well done.
So this is what I recently did this morning, in fact. You have to
Hey, it's Patrick.
excuse the out of focus.
12 years old.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's me.
Babyface.
Smoky Bucket.
I'm recording.
Hello, welcome to a video starting with a chicken Caesar wrap. We're off to Mexico. Boys, let's go. Cut. That is enough drifting for today, so thank you very much for watching. My car smells very badly, I'm trying to sell it, so if you want this car, great! This video is going live after I've sold the car, so like and subscribe. Bye.
Nice one, Pat.
Thanks, man.
It's good to see you. Yeah, anyone that doesn't follow Pat on Instagram and YouTube, his stuff's really good. He's entertaining, he's annoying, he's funny, he's factual.
Best stories on Instagram as well.
Yes.
By far.
Yeah, very good.
Actually, I had a lot of people saying, "Where are your Instagram stories?"
Yeah.
They will make.
Yeah, your sense of humour is in a hedge somewhere at the moment. It'll come back out.
I have
eventually.
occasional like splats where I go into a different language or a different kind of accent.
Yeah.
With my
Or
concussion.
your neck sort of.
Yeah,
Right.
occasionally.
Yeah.
And that's all under talk chasers, yeah?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
It's all on choices.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Okay.
Who's going to be first to ask a question? Look at the hands flying up.
Can I
Oh my
ask a
god,
question?
literally no one's like Yes, Tony.
No, can I ask a question? Where's the chap who owns the Alpha 4C?
Becoming Patrick.
That's our producer, mate.
I was trying to bring him in as a sort of guest.
Oh, come on, then.
So, Alpha 4C. Can I have a go?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
It's a dream car, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you ordered an A110?
Yeah, I kind
It's
of.
effectively
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. No, but you know, alphas are alphas at the end of the day. And
Yeah,
the
they have a
4C
personality.
Yeah, and you know, I think it had bad press about the way it drives. I think a few people picked on it, and I think it's just not right. So I think you should get involved, and we should have a little video of your car.
Yeah.
And we actually need to show people.
Skids.
this aspect.
I mean, Joe, you've driven it before.
Well, we both, yeah.
You've driven one.
Pat and I.
You've driven one last week.
Not
We
yet.
had one in Italy last year.
You're not driving it.
I had a couple of lessons.
Yeah.
It needs respect, that car. Like, it, literally, you turn it on and it wants to kill you immediately.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere
The
it wants to
steering
kill
on UK roads is completely different to Europe.
Is it?
A lot scarier.
Oh, scarier.
Because of all the cambers, you know, UK roads are horrific. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're planning a little trip down to a little track that we've hired on the 31st of May. So if you're available with the Alpha,
Sure.
we'd love to have you down there, and then we put a little film together as a montage and show it to these guys afterwards. So,
Sounds good.
you up for that?
Sounds like a plan,
Fantastic. Thank you.
Perfect.
That's my question, Joe.
Hey! Right, now someone please have a question. Yes.
I'm due to get a new daily soon, so I was just wondering what you would all thought would be the best sort of daily to use and why. Without being biased.
Well, what's your daily at the minute?
You still got your Astra?
Yeah, still got a GTC.
Yep.
So just basically, it's got to fit the wheelchair in it.
Okay, so hatchback probably preferable.
Yeah, either 3-door, 5-door.
How about performance? You've bothered? Every faster?
It's going to be a daily, so
320D then, there you go.
yeah.
That's not a hatchback then, mate.
Do you know what I found?
Sorry.
I actually want someone to be brave enough to buy the Hyundai
i30N.
i30N.
Yeah.
That car looks really cool.
Alpha Beerman, head of M, BMW M guy.
I think it very much depends on whether you're like your budget, whether you buy new, used, because there's a lot of options out there. I think the safe bet is something like a Golf GTI. Or an M135.
We had a conversation at work about probably the best daily, which we quite liked, was a Golf R Estate.
Oh,
they are pretty cool. Don't bump the table.
Sorry, yeah.
Stop it.
Sorry, Dan.
DSG.
Yes.
Yeah, good car, rare.
They are.
Quick,
Yeah.
good on fuel. The new ones are now 7-speed. And
they look the business. They're like mini RS6.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah, really good deals.
Especially 7.
And cool stuff inside as well, like all digital.
The virtual cockpit.
It's all touch screen. Yeah. Well, it's a half-assed virtual cockpit. It's not. The graphics on there aren't great.
No, they're not.
That's
You drive
it.
it hard, like, there's a hint of Porsche on it.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I never experienced that.
That's what I'd have.
In Australia.
Anyway.
So yeah.
Motech as well.
Yeah, please do.
100%.
There's a good video one. We've done one recently with spring spacers and exhaust, and it was really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's a good question.
Right. Next question. We have one down the back there.
I was just wondering, now that summer's coming up, are you going to start doing more meets like you did before at Motech?
I guess there's a question for many of us. Personally, I'm definitely going to do some meets and some drive-outs. I found them to be a bit of a pain sometimes because it does attract a lot of idiots, and it gets a bit out of control. But yeah, I definitely want to do some in the summer months once I've got the next 2 months out of the way, because the next 2 months I'm only here for a couple of nights. So once I'm back, I'm going to do some for sure. Maybe some drives to Wales, or even a drive over to the Nürburgring or something would be pretty cool. And yeah, so that's me. And I'm sure we'll probably do it together. But
I think we're in talks anyway with Tony to have quite a big stand at the BMW show.
Yeah.
In August, so that would be big.
August 12th, I think, isn't it?
Something around there.
Sunday around the 12th.
Trying to do a big 6-car stand.
BMW Festival down at Gaydon, Warwickshire, which is an annual event every Sunday. One Sunday every year they hold that. We'll all be there with our cars. So
yeah, that was awesome last year. Anyone that hasn't been to the BMW show, I mean, I wasn't expecting much, I must admit, but I went down there and the stuff you see, I mean, the
that
quality.
was the first time I met
Ricky living life out in all. So yeah, Raz, have you done any meets?
No,
like
we've
that?
never actually done anything.
No.
But I think we'll be joining some meets.
Okay.
Probably again with you guys at some point. Like we'll do the gas station thing. Yeah. And then we'll see if Motech do something different.
We'll have our summer barbecue event here as well, which we always do one weekend during the summertime, normally sort of July, August time. So we'll be getting you guys back down here again for that. So
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
If we get a summer.
Sideways skid.
I'll just join you guys.
Crack on. Fuck organising anything, I'll just jump in the back of your stuff.
Don't do, literally. Don't do anything.
Or visit a police station in Essex somewhere.
Something like that. Probably.
Need a lift.
Video.
So yeah, hope that answers the question.
Fantastic.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes.
I want to get a Golf GTD, the new 7.5. What can you do to, for performance, max it out?
Number of things, obviously software mapping is quite good for that. They tune pretty well 184 to be about 225, but of course warranty implications, that's entirely up to you. But spring spacers, filters, Remus do the exhaust for it, we do a rear box delete. There's quite a lot out there for a really good car.
You guys done one?
Yeah.
Because it's 185, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
Brake also you can do...
Do about 220, 225 afterwards. Yeah, and we can also, if you don't want to go down the mapping route, because a lot of people don't, because obviously warranty, we can do a Remus Power as a plug-in unit. Gives similar sort of gains, but obviously you can take it off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, so you can just take it off.
Yeah, I'd recommend that on newer cars, me personally. They work well. And the good thing is if you sell the car, you can take the tuning unit with you to go to the next car. So yeah.
I have to say the springs these eye-back springs, I mean, we've got them on most of our
magic,
cars.
aren't
They are literally, that is the word for it, magic. I mean, I was driving my M140 the other day, I got out the M2, got back in my M140, drove it down these K2 bypass, and there's just no body roll.
No.
You know, it doesn't do anything else to it. It's not like the ride is harder, it's crashy or anything like that. I literally just turn in this thing, I'm like,
Just it loses the weight of the vehicle.
Yeah,
and
It loses the roll, but the
and
comfort's still there.
Yeah.
Just think looks anything. And we're trying it on the 440, so obviously that's a bigger, heavier car, so I'll be really interested to see how it comes out.
Yeah, that'd be good. But we do everything from 640D last week, just booked an X6M in today, but we do 3-4 cars a day with our X on, so yeah, it's really, really good. I don't know if people know, but Tony, you've got car number 2, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you had car number 1 here last time.
Yeah.
You got 2, and we're just about to build 6 and 8 because somebody wanted number 7.
007, but you gave me 007. Like, it's almost like there's something slightly wrong with me.
Well, we're up to 12. We're up to car 12 now because we've sold 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, which are all coming through to you May and June. So
That's amazing.
yeah, everyone's getting into the swing of it now. I'll just let you know that.
Sold out of springs.
Pull your finger out. Pull your finger out.
Okay.
But the answer to your question, yes, we can.
Jake, come on!
You've got to have
He's got loads of questions.
Come on, Mr. Jake.
He's written all kinds of questions.
He's confused. He's got so many. He's like, shit. Which one do I ask?
Firstly, I'd just like to tell everyone that I've just recently had a baby.
You didn't have the baby.
Question-wise,
Where's my presents?
He doesn't realise how funny he is.
you've sort of sprung it on me a bit.
You knew you were going to be here tonight, surely.
Yeah. I don't know, I'd say best performance car for under 25k that isn't a M135.
Oh, sorry, I can't answer that. Stumped you. There's got to be some 140s for under 25 now.
235.
Well, yeah, that's well.
I'll let someone else answer this because that's just
It's an extreme car, but a Megane R26 R's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Cage, bucket seats.
That's got to be more than, they must be about 25.
About 19.
Oh, okay.
I looked at them.
Sid's club score is probably under 25k.
R26 R.
The original.
Yeah, maybe let's open the question to my good buddy Aaron over here.
Yes, bring him here.
Aaron, squeeze into the camera shot. Don't be shy, mate. Come on. This is my buddy Aaron. A lot of you might recognise him from YouTube, and he just sits there looking smug, doesn't usually add anything, complains, and then goes home with a full belly.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Going home. No, I'm joking.
No, I've known Aaron for like too long, 20 years?
20 plus years.
So he's put up with me for that long, which is quite impressive. A lot longer than most girlfriends.
Yes, very true. I can't say anything to that. It's true.
Sorry, cars. What? Let's have some of your wisdom.
What?
25
Some 21. It's one of those things that you can get whatever you want really for whatever price you really want to pay. Because the car market.
We just said sub 25 grand.
No. What I'm saying is 25k will buy you a Golf GTI just as much as it will do 8-year-old RS6. You know,
Yeah.
so the world can really be your oyster sometimes. They always say the old adage is never buy a car second hand that you can afford to run when it was new.
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad way to kind of work things out, because otherwise you find yourself in things that,
An old
great,
911 or something.
exactly. I spent 80 grand, look at me in my 4S 996, what would work? But 25k buys you a lot. I was going to say maybe C63 older.
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, are they that cheap now?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
No.
But Saloon.
I'd buy a
Estates are
saloon
expensive because
I'd buy a
estate.
saloon.
No, I get an estate because it's just
Estate.
Well,
just
yeah.
automatic.
I
Yeah,
estate,
right.
and that was wicked.
That's what we were talking about with the
If you bought one, you shouldn't sell it.
E61. Yeah.
E61.
If you manage to find a good one, don't sell it.
What's that? E61 Touring or C61?
C63 is just saying, hypothetically speaking.
Well, if you're looking for your black series, you want to see CLK's ETM. How about
I
that?
thought about that. But the C63 black is just enough on the side of being usable and modern
Yeah.
compared to the others. They're way too ancient, the others.
Yeah.
Whereas this is familiar. It's usable.
I get it. It did look wonderful, I have to say that.
Thanks, Aaron.
I would say, Jake, I would buy an M3 V8, mate, for £25,000.
Oh, yeah, good answer.
Good answer. I like that.
What do you run these days, Jake?
What do I run?
Yeah, well, like, not as in you train this. What cars do you run these days? Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
I've got a question.
Go on, mate.
Because obviously you both have done a road test on it, or review, should I say. I know probably the answer, but other people might not. Would you be considering, if you're looking for that sort of size and money a car, new RS4 estate, would you buy one?
But personally, I thought it was amazing. Like I actually said in my video, I think it's one of the best cars available on sales today, like full stop. And a lot of that's got to do with the fact that BMW are fucking stupid enough not to build, excuse my language, a fast estate. Like they just don't, and that annoys the hell out of me in any form. Like why don't they have a 3 or an M5?
Well, even if they did, I compared it in my review to the C63.
Yeah.
Which obviously is very atmospheric, the great V8, which the RS4 can't match in its current guise. But the thing about the Audi was it did the daily thing so well, especially in the UK. I had it during our horrible winter season, only a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And it handled the snow brilliantly, it handled the wet, and it was still fun to drive in those conditions.
Yep.
And then you've got what is the class-leading interior at the moment, you've got the virtual cockpit, and it was such an addictive package. And at the time, I had the M4 CS at home, obviously.
Yep.
I had a C63 from MB Beaconsfield sitting at home.
Yep.
Going back to the RS4.
Yep.
Interesting.
Nice. Sorry. I was just pointing at him.
Am
He
I
just keeps bashing the
keep
table.
bashing the table, aren't I?
Bash it out under the table, mate, not on top.
True, it's not
For
on top of the
fuck's sake. But yeah, no, I think I'm really impressed with it. In fact, Patrick over there helped me with that video, and we're all.
Is it better than the X3 M40i that you had recently?
Well, that's a very good question. I think, to be fair,
they sort of probably fall in a similar price bracket, don't they?
no, the X3 is a lot cheaper, because the RS4 is 70 grand, isn't it? Really?
Well, the one I was driving was like 79.
Yeah, so that's a lot more money.
Wow, that is a lot.
So yeah, and that's a good question actually.
55,000.
Well, yeah, 51 base, but it comes pretty well spec.
55 is the most you'd probably spend on an X3.
And the X3, for those of you that haven't driven one, the X3 M40i, which is the new M-Lite as I call it, I think it's a brilliant. I mean, I would have discounted it without driving it. I don't like any SUVs. I think the X5M and the X6M are very disconnected. I know you disagree, but I just
disagree.
I just find them out of control. I find them very numb. They're heavy. They're top heavy. They're fast, but whatever. But the X3 M40i, which isn't meant to be a full M car, just is incredible.
It's the centre of gravity, I think, just feels so much lower. When you drive the X5s and the X6s,
they waddle around, you don't know where anything is, you don't know where the I think, but I don't know if it's just technology's moved on a long way since then, but that, and for the money, it's, what a car that is. So yeah, for 50 grand, that's and I'm not just doing a sales pitch because we're at BMW, but if you want a really good quote, speak to Tony Lewis, TRL Deals at Outlook. No, I think they're great, and I'm not an SUV person. I'd never buy one, but if I did have to buy one at a certain price point, I think it's a mega.
Are they doing a proper M version of that?
Apparently so.
Yeah, I think it's on the cards. I think this is toe in the water.
Okay.
So I think.
Tomorrow I'm picking up the competitor, I guess, which is the GLC 63S Coupe. Tomorrow morning, in fact.
That's going to be, the competitor for the proper M1.
Yeah, so that is...
Because you need another AMG in your line.
I need, obviously.
Yeah. How long have you got it for?
How what, sorry?
That's yours. It's your new car.
Oh, that's yours. So we could get you the X3, we could get out X3 and then let you have it, and you can go and do a video of those together.
As long as you say the X3 is better, it's fine, mate, just take it.
I've been pretty open-minded.
You have, I respect that on you, because people...
I think you'd be impressive, I really do.
Yeah.
I can't wait, I really want to drive that car.
And it's very like, it would suit you, mate, just tissue box on the back shelf, beige. Oh shit, sorry. Again!
The funny thing is, I always take a sodding tissue box with me, don't I? So
you do? Well, I joke about it in one of your videos. Even in his AMG, he's got a little mini tissue box in the armrest. You open it and there's a fucking tissue box.
You can go take the camera then, look at it right now.
I like the cushion though, the cushion's amazing.
The cushion,
I got it, I nearly fell asleep.
Right, any other questions? Yes. Okay, this gent over here.
I've watched many of your videos, Joe, and it looks like you and Tap Rails make a lovely couple. I just wondered if you could have a long-term relationship with a woman that drives faster than you.
That's most of it.
Well, that's a very interesting question. I didn't see that one coming, so excuse me if I go a little bit red. Tap bells. Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while. She's great. She's crazy, and she's very good fun to be around in all senses.
Just dangerous behind the wheel.
She's yeah, she's fast. Like, she's scared the hell out of me in a car. She has got some skills to back it up, but yeah, I guess, I don't know, I think when we had that day with BMW, we both got in a bit of trouble that day, from many people. But yeah, she's not nervous, she's not scared behind the wheel, especially when it's, what was it, the M760, and I was sitting in the back, and I think she really wanted me to stay in the seats, which I almost did, so. But yeah, so does that answer the question? I guess so. Hopefully I'll do something with her again soon, car related.
Stay in the seats again.
Yeah, you will. Stay in the seats again.
You can lend him your tissue box.
Yeah, I've got a supply of them.
Yeah, so yeah, did that answer the question? I guess so. Maybe. I kind of screwed around it a little bit. Yeah.
I think Ricky's scared the hell out of you looking at driving your car.
Oh, Ricky, yeah. Ricky, anyone that's seen Ricky living life fast, I don't know if you've seen his video.
He's a legend.
He is a legend, but he looks fast in his videos when you're sitting next to him. It is, I mean, I don't know, it's not even, he's got the skills, he's an incredible driver, but with you, I get scared, but I know you can hold it on the road, but with Ricky, he's just a whole new level of fast on the road.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because...
Is it his laid-back driving position?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're doing like 1,000,000 miles an hour, it's like, yeah, it's all Joe, what have you been up to? It's like you're at top of 7th, like, what? And you're just sitting...
There's an 8
Oh mate, yeah, I know, he cooked my brakes.
I know, it's because I've done 700 miles.
Yeah.
So
8/10
Got the originals to put back on.
Yeah, we can put the originals back on.
Mad.
Yeah, right. Any other questions? Let's go with Ty. I saw Tom's hand go up first. I know it'll be shorter than your one probably as well.
I know when I asked you in Germany, when I saw you in Germany, you'd only driven 3 of Tim's cars. You hadn't driven the GT3 yet. Now that you've driven all 4, which one's best? You said the GT8 when I asked you.
Does that get a prize?
That's a very good question, Tom. I think you're walking out here with a prize tonight. In my pants. No, so... Sorry, just fell out again. I mean, it doesn't really.
I'll just go now.
You've got to edit this, you know that.
That was funny, I'll leave it in.
That's what she said.
Tom, that's a brilliant question, and it is one that I've been asking myself, and I was asking myself constantly on the trip, because I was fortunate enough to drive all the cars. Now, firstly, I didn't really get to drive the GT3 in anger because, number one, I knew it's Tim's baby. Well, they all were, but that I was a bit paranoid about. It wasn't fully running, and I didn't really have the opportunity to drive it hard. I only drove it for 20 minutes, and it wasn't hard. Anyway, so God, I'm a child. So I think honestly, and I kind of Raz would be happy about this. The McLaren's amazing. They don't do anything for me, McLarens. They really don't. They're impressive cars on track. I know it would have killed all the other ones, the 675 LT. But I don't get excited about McLarens. I think they do an amazing job, but that's about it. The Aston is just hilarious, and both Ben and I love it more and more and more each time we drive it. Some people don't get it. It's not worth the 250 grand. But it's just raw, and you saw it, loud and...
Well, I stood up when you were all on the track.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so out there you don't hear any other cars, do you?
It's just, you can't hear anything. You can hear it the whole way around the track.
Could you really?
Not just on the one bit.
Not just on the straight, yeah. And I think for a manufacturer to build a car, I know they're not available now, but very recently to have the sort of authority to build something like that, it's just cool, and that's a really cool car. But anyway, my favourite is definitely the AMG GTR.
Yes. Your work here is done.
I just think it's cool. I love the way they look. I love the way when you get in them, you sit so low, lower than all the other cars, and you've got that massive bonnet running down the front, and you just kind of, I don't know, you just feel special, and then you fire it up and you get that beautiful 4-litre V8, which I don't know how they do it, it's magic. It sounds organic, it doesn't sound turbocharged, it doesn't drive like, it's just everything about that car, I can't fault it. The 4-wheel steer makes it feel really, really light and small, After pushing it on the F1 track for a couple of laps, it did start to feel a bit heavy, and the brakes did start to overheat. And in fact, Tim just messaged me the other day saying that it needs new brakes on it. They're carbon ceramics, but that
these are steels.
Oh, it's steels. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah. Oh, he should have got carbon ceramics then. But aside from that, I just think it's brilliant. It was a brilliant car, and I just think, honestly, for the money, the GT3 was great, but it was very hard to sort of, I didn't feel connected to it like I did with the GT4 and like I do with the AMG. But we'll see. We'll see when I drive the GT3 harder. Let's see what happens.
Give it a proper thrash.
Yeah. But great question. Thank you. Any more questions? Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes. A modern debate for you guys. E63S or the new M5?
Ooh, that's another good question.
Do I win anything?
I'm going to say E63S because I wasn't invited at any of the M5 launches, motherfuckers.
Did you see the Autocar did a review on it, and they did a quarter mile, I think was it, and then instantly the Mercedes was quicker.
Yes, I
and
did.
I kind of thought, why would BMW bring out a slightly newer car, but then still slower than its?
Well, they delayed it for ages before they brought it out as well. When they
probably had no choice because that Mercedes, I mean, that thing's just a.
But will they be doing like a competition?
Competition pack's already coming.
Well, if they do a competition pack, then you've got the GT63S to contend with.
That's gonna. It's a hard one because I think, I don't know, personally, BMW man over here, I think, honestly, hand on heart, I would have an E63. Yes, I think. Just looking at them, hearing them. I haven't driven it either, so I can't really comment. But I think, I don't know, I just think there's something missing from the new M5. I think it looks great. I'm sure it drives incredible. It's probably slightly better around the track than an E63. Have you driven the new M5?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So I can't really.
Are you driven both or just the E63?
No, I'm about to drive
Okay.
the M5. But why don't we both drive them together and do a back-to-back?
Absolutely. Are you asking me on a date?
Yes,
in front of all these people? Oh, thanks, mate.
How do we seal the deal here?
Well, under the table.
Touch tips?
Touch tips. There's something in the way. So yeah, very different.
More out of it, what about the 760 Li if you were to compare it to the E63? That's something you've got experience with.
I mean, the M760 for what it is impressive, but I think it's a lot heavier. It's just a heavier object. It's a luxury car at the end of the day. So when you really start pushing it, it will start falling apart at the edges, that car, just because the tyres wouldn't be up to it, the brakes would, it's good for like fast little jaunts, but I think whereas nowadays with the new E63S and the M5, you could actually take them both on a track day and push them for a few laps hard.
Yeah, well, we did this video, didn't we?
Yeah, drove your E63.
So he was driving the
skinny.
GTR.
Yep.
And I was in the E63, and I had to keep slowing down behind him on the handling circuit at NB World.
Just because of the traction and everything.
The car shrinks around you.
Yeah.
Because it's got the AMG dynamic handling pack, which basically means it's got engine mounts.
Yep.
So the weight of the car shifts, the main weight being the engine and the gearbox shifts with the car.
Yep.
So it just shrinks around you, and it was just incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. Over here. Sorry, Jake, we'll come back to you. Maybe.
It's your M140, Joe. You've got a lot of upgrades over the standard car. If you could pick one mod, what would it be?
Good, very good question.
Say nice things now.
Definitely wouldn't be from Motech.
Steering wheel.
No, I don't know. Yeah, there's so many. It probably is. The steering wheel. It's really hard to say, mate, because that car obviously came to me as it is, and so as a package it's brilliant, and obviously I know what various parts do. I have to say, I think one of the best changes you can get on these is the lowering springs. But then saying that, I've got the springs and the spacers done at the same time on my M135, and both of those together just seem to transform the car. It just seemed to get the weight down, which obviously it does, and just seemed to give it a bigger footprint, and the turning was much better. So although I love the diff, I think if it was cost related, the springs and the spacers. If it wasn't cost related, then it would either be the springs and the spacers or the diff. But I haven't really had enough time in that to appreciate the diff. But yeah, good question.
I still say if we took the steering wheel off that, you'd cry.
Yeah,
You just don't.
I'm loving my Alcantara steering wheel. Yeah, I just sit in that and I don't even. That's why it's got no miles. I don't even have to drive it now. I just sit there and go,
You're going to get arrested for that.
Yes, so hopefully that answers my question, mate. Right, so we're going to give out a few bits and bobs. I know there were some really good questions off the top of my head.
Can I give that to the RS3 guy, because you asked a good question about the diff, didn't you, on your car?
Yeah, that was a well-answered question.
That was a well-answered question. So you can have this.
There we go. Who else? Oh, Tom. Where is Tom?
Talk Chasers.
I was just looking at him. No, yeah, Tom Talk Chasers.
If you want to.
I mean, absolutely.
You can pick, can't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Tom Talk Chasers t-shirt. I think honestly, Jake, because you're such a champion, you're very.
Well, I don't know about champion.
Wow.
Halfway.
He's already got a t-shirt on, isn't he?
You can have one of Joe's GoPros.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not a gift.
You want a Mega Man?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a Mega Man. You can have a Mega Man and a Mega Man air freshener, but you just got to tag them in it.
Yeah, I will do.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Who asked the CS question?
Huh?
Who asked the CS question?
Who asked the CS question? Did you ask the CS question?
Someone asked.
No, I think someone on the table asked the
Did they?
CS question. I think Mike did. Mike, and you can have a Motech t-shirt.
I thought someone asked.
No, let's. How are we going to do this? How are we going to? Because we've got a few more bits to give away. Fight. Yeah. No.
Who drove the furthest? That's always a good
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, you use electric to get here, so it didn't really count.
No, not.
You can't drive yourself here.
£20, please. Electricity.
So Bellini's driven from Nottingham. Yeah. Anyone else driven from?
I think for doing that in an i3, you should be alright.
Birmingham? Oh, we'll give you 100%. Birmingham, well done, man. Would you like? So we've got a Talk Chasers t-shirt.
Used Costa coffee.
We've got a used Costa coffee cup.
Oh, that's Razzies, you can't have that.
Motech t-shirt or Mega Man? Motech t-shirt. Yeah, I'm going to give one of them away. Yeah. Right.
No worries, dude.
We've got a Mega Man air freshener.
Yeah, that would go with like the Mega Man, you know what I'm saying?
Spare one.
Oh, okay. Maybe just.
Gotta give that out. Loving it.
Do you want?
Yeah, you can have it.
Do you want?
I've only had it.
Actually, you did
I'm
ask.
not sure I can fit my wheelchair in that though. That's the thing.
That's true.
Tell me what the tent on top.
Mega Man.
Yeah, I'll have well,
Give me the minivan.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone can name this colour, Joe.
No worries.
Oh, that's a good question.
Someone can name the colour.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like that colour. That's probably my favourite. That's your favourite.
Right, guys. Anyone who can name the colour correctly?
Samarina blue.
Oh shit. We're in a BMW show. I should have predicted this.
Oh wait, it needs to be an iPhone though,
What's
right?
the colour code? It has to be an iPhone.
What's the colour code?
Come on.
Who knows that?
No, but I think Rog said it first, to be fair.
Whoever knows it, definitely seen
B51. Or I could just see him more clearly, I don't know. Go on, give it to Roger.
He hasn't got an iPhone though. Have you got an iPhone?
I've got. You can have it, mate.
You can have a t-shirt.
Yeah, let's go to Alini.
Just get my iPhone.
You asked a question.
What was the first Black Series model that Mercedes produced?
That's the,
Yeah, good man.
It's a Tom! Yeah, it's Tom the car dude. That's why everyone always says yeah. Oh, we haven't got Yay! Oh, literally, that's right. One more question from the voice, the man. What have you got? You got a facial radio.
That's so mean.
Easy. Oh, sorry.
Fuck. Gosh. What was the first BMW that Joe ever owned?
Oh, that's a good question.
Producer Patrick with the question. E3 litre CS.
Yes, it was. What the hell? No, after. I had 2006.
Mr. Black, isn't it?
John's the better friend.
Not the medium. That's fucking medium. Have we got a medium over there? Or an extra small for John, there we go.
No, look what size we've
That's
got.
probably
Extra
tight
small.
enough. Put it in a hot wipe, it'll be fine. I think that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. Really, honestly, I hope tonight was interesting. I know it wasn't as action-packed as the first one, but that was just a nightmare to sort of rehearse.
It was definitely watershed.
I just want to say a massive thanks to Freddie here on the camera, who always helps me. Yeah, no, I haven't finished yet.
And just in case you know,
Calm down, Patrick. You're standing up for your own names. Like, Jesus.
Just in case you've got one of us.
Thanks to Patrick, our producer, behind us over here. And obviously everyone that's on the panel today, including this lazy motherfucker. Thanks for coming down, Raz. I know you just got off a plane, so I really appreciate you coming up with the green beast, or whatever you want to call it. The hairdressers from Northampton, Motech.
Tony and Guy.
Patrick from Talk Chasers, Tony and Guy. And Sideways Sid, always always there. And Mr. Tony Lewis, of course, like the most important person. And Berry BMW. Cut.
I've told my mum not to ring tonight.
Yeah, okay, cool.
She's been banned, don't worry.
Yeah, no, she's been messaging me.
It's shit's pie there.
Can I send you a picture of your cock? No. Right.
Let's be honest, they're all the same colour, aren't they? How does that work? How can someone so white have such a brown willy? I'm just speaking for myself.
Right, let's reel it back in, people. Let's reel it back in, come on.
None of this will make a cut, by the way.
It's all going in the end.